There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz.jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
At Greenfield, land is our legacy. Our founders have nurtured these prized possessions for years. As stewards of these crown jewels, we develop these lands into communities that will remain relevant throughout the years. Simultaneously working with nature while employing the latest in technology. We provide spaces for leisure and opportunities for a thriving lifestyle. Venues where relationships grow and are nurtured. We build residential towers that are part of well thought out and planned communities. We build modern suburban cities with vast spaces for nature and an opportunity to live a fully connected and balanced lifestyle. we provide living spaces that flourish with life and heritage. From urban, connected yet nature-centric districts to suburban cities flourishing with greenery, our developments will remain relevant throughout the years. Let this be the legacy you bequeath to your children and your children's children. Let our land be your legacy. Greenfield, ours for generations.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. So welcome to Jobs180.com's Marketing Me Live at San Pablo Colleges. So today we will be joined by speakers from Jobs180.com, Accenture, and DXC Technology. So before we start, may we invite everybody for a short prayer followed by the singing of the national anthem and SPC hymn.
By me across the lonely roads that I may face. Take my arms and let your hand show me the way. Show the way to live inside your heart all my days, all my life. You are my all the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life. Lead me, Lord. Lead me, Lord.
mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, ewas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng mag-ibig, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mo pagaw, ay ginagang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iibig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay di magdidinig. Luman ang araw ng walhaging pagsinta, mo'y langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya na pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
SPC, hail, time for the wisdom, hail, gate from marine, our country's pride, looking for big heads held high, bind us together, seeking thy wisdom and thy truth, and purity beyond compare. Simply holds dear, for a great one. See for the flowers we all
Alright, so again, welcome everyone. Ready na ba kayo? By the way, my name is Joyce from jobs180.com. I will be your today's host, and we are live via Jobs180 Facebook and Jobs180 YouTube page. And of course, we hope that everybody is excited to learn new things today. And of course, to officially start today's session, may we invite Mr. Bienvenido R. Lugo Jr., RPM OIC of Office of Student Affairs of San Pablo Colleges for the opening remarks.
First of all, I would like to greet you with a pleasant day from San Pablo Colleges. It is our pleasure and a rare opportunity for our students to be here and participate in this virtual wide event sponsored by Jobs180.com. This pre-job webinar for students will help them to become more confident in their future applications to land their dream job. Teaching them how to make an impressive but not arrogant resume, proper dressing up to look smart, and giving tips on how to answer virtual job interviews will give our future professionals an edge for future success in their professional lives. I will take this opportunity also to thank jobs180.com for organizing this webinar for our students. The schools are developing knowledge and skills, but you, jobs180.com, also equip these young professionals to be ready and confident in their professional battles in life. This is Sir Bien Lugo from the Office of Student Affairs of San Pablo Colleges. Again, thank you very much and have a wonderful and fruitful day to all.
Thank you so much for that, Sir Bien. And of course, as usual for our audience today, please comment your name, your year, and your course. Again, for the audience today, please comment your name, your year, and your course. And if you have questions later on, please type them in so we can answer them after the talk. And don't forget to tag and share this with your friends too. So kung wala pa sila dito, tawagin nyo na. Kasi nakakapanghinayang naman if mamimiss nila itong opportunity na ito. So grab the opportunity. Okay. So here's our schedule for today. So we have the online applications using resume link by jobs180.com, dressing up by Accenture, and virtual interviews by DXC Technology. So again, shout out to everyone who is here. Now again, please comment your name, your year, and your course. And as we go along, type in your questions so we can read it later. Sabi ko nga, wag kayong mahiyang magtanong. This is your chance to ask before you face the real adulting thing or the world of work. Okay, if you are ready now, guys, kilalanin na po natin ang ating unang speaker. So first, we'll talk about online applications using resume link. He has 20 years of experience in sales, marketing, business development, customer service, operations, business process, and human resources. As a trusted resource speaker, he has done over 1,000 plus career development seminars in more than 400 plus colleges and universities nationwide. The managing director from jobs180.com, Mr. Kim Chua. Sir Kim, take it away.
Everyone, allow me to share to you how to make a job-winning resume. Yan. A lot of you are now looking for a job and exploring for the next chapter in your life. I hope that this session will be able to help you. No, not only you, but the people that you know that needs help in terms of how to make a job-winning resume. Yan. So yan na tinatawag nating resume link. A lot of platforms right now, mga online platforms are being offered left and right. But for you to know paano to magiging job-winning tool or job-winning resume to, meron akong checklist. So go with me, no, with all these checklists. Your checklist should include the following. Number one, kailangan mag-stand out ka. When you look for a job, you have to be able to stand out. Because if you're not going to be able to stand out, then I think you'll just be part of the crowd. You'll be one of the next applicant na wala lang, na hindi mapapansin. Another thing that should be in your checklist is that you should only have one file. Hindi dapat maraming files na iba-iba sinesend sa mga companies. Mas maganda, isang file lang para pag sinend mo, lahat ng details mo nandoon na. Another thing in your checklist is that it should make the process more efficient. Ibig sabihin, mas mabilis mag-submit, mas mabilis makita ng HR, at mas mabilis kayo makontak for possible next steps na or possible job offer na. Now, another thing in my checklist is that dapat tipid ito, wala itong gastos. The tool that I will show you today, wala itong gastos. Libre po ito. At higit sa lahat, itong pinaka-importante sa lahat, this should be in your checklist. The tool should be secured. Okay, more than anything, importante talaga ang data. Pero ang data ninyo, dapat yung protectionan. And using this tool, this is the most secured resume kung tawagin. Bakit siya tinawag na most secured resume? Let me go through the next slides na. Okay? Ito ang tinatawag na resume link. Okay? A personalized URL for anyone can open online anytime. I will use an example para makarelate kayo. If you are John Santos, ang link mo or resume link mo pwede maging johnsantos.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. At yan na po ang resume link nyo. So how do you make one? Go with me through the 3 simple steps. First step is you have to register. Absolutely, wala tong bayad. Libre po ito. How do you register? You go to the website of jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com at dun ka mag-register on the upper right side of your screen. Now, as you do that, you have to put the basic information. Okay? So, alam nyo na ano mga information yan. Hindi ko na isa-isahin. Babawasan nyo naman at alam nyo naman ano dapat ilagay. Now, as you create your account, you have to use a valid email. Okay? Now, before we go to the email, paalala ko lang, sa mga nag-isip sa inyo, paano kung hindi ako si John Santos, ano gagawin kong resume link? O yan, baka nag-isip kayo eh. So, if ever lang, mayroon kang kapangalan, okay, just so happen na may ibang John Santos na nauna sa inyo, ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon doon na red na box, sasabihin niya, this name has already been taken. Huwag kayong malungkot, pag taken na, okay lang, just be creative. Pwede mo gawin, baliktarin mo. Gawin mo santosjohn.jobs180.com o kaya J Santos o kaya Santos J o kaya JS o kaya SJ. Depende kung ano gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapangalan. Okay? Wala kang kapareho. Now, when you do this, huwag kayong OA. Do not create yung mga ganong klaseng over creative na mga resume link because it doesn't look professional. Imagine submitting to a company with your resume link that says eljablo.jobs180.com. Hindi yan mukhang professional. Okay? Now, when you register, please use a valid email. Ito yung emphasis ko lang sa pag-create nyo ng account na dapat gamitin yung email, yung nabubuksan yung email, kagaya ng Gmail, Yahoo, or any email na nabubuksan nyo. Do not create, example lang yung mga email na kagaya ng ganito, patricia@facebook.com na email. Huwag kang gagamit ng joseph@facebook.com na email to register. In short, huwag mong gagamitin yung @facebook.com na email. Because if you use @facebook.com na email, you will no longer be able to receive notification being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. Importante po na nabubuksan nyo yung email nyo kasi kailangan mo i-verify yung account mo. Okay? It is very important that you verify your account as a proof na ikaw nag-register at pangalawa, para ikaw yung makapag-apply. If you don't do this, if you don't verify, walang mangyayari sa account nyo. Okay? So, sayang lang. So, you have to verify to finish the first step. Okay? How do you verify? Just open your email, look for the link, click mo yung verify, you're done with the first step. Okay? Tapos na yung first step. Ano yung first step? Register. Wala tong bayad. Let's go to the second step. Ang second step, ang pinaka-logical sa lahat. Kailangan kumpleto ang detalye nyo. So how do you do that? You go back again to your account by going to the website of jobs180.com. This time, hindi mo kailangan mag-register. Ang gagawin mo, mag-login. Pag login mo, lagay mo dito yung email nyo or resume link nyo, kayo lang may alam yan, at lalo na yung password nyo na kayo lang talaga may alam yan. So when you do that, you now go inside your account. Pag nasa loob na kayo ng account nyo, ano gagawin nyo? Mabilis na lang to. Fill in the blanks. Okay? Now, I don't have to go through all the information here because definitely, alam mo naman pag sinabi ditong name, malamang pangalan nyo. Pag nakalagay dito address, malamang address nyo. Diba? So, you put all the information ninyo dito. Okay? Lagay nyo. Then, what else do you put in here? Importante po, lagay dito lahat ng posibleng paraan na pwede ka makontak ng isang HR. Kagaya ng social media account nyo. Diba? Hindi lang email tsaka phone number. Bakit? Most of the time, ano nangyayari? Okay, let me tell you. Marami sa inyo nilalagay nyo phone number nyo. Pero pag tinatawagan kayo ng HR, hindi nyo sinasagot. Lalo na pag hindi mo kilala. Hala, sino kaya ito? Hindi mo sasagutin. Diba? Kasi takot kayo, baka nagsascam or whoever yung tumatawag. So, ano mangyayari sa mga HR? Mag-i-email kami ngayon sa inyo. But you don't open email more often than you open your social media account. So, I recommend lahat ng posibleng paraan na pwede ka makontak na isang HR, ilagay mo dito. Kagaya ng mga Facebook nyo or Twitter nyo para mabilis ay makapag-PM. Private message, makapag-invite for the next step. Okay? What else do you put here? You also put here your work options, yung mga work experience nyo. Pagdating po sa work options, you can see on the screen, you have 4 options na pwede nyo pagpilian. Parang switch lang yan. Yes, no switch, on, off switch. So you can choose here, example, looking for OJT, lagay mo yes, if you're looking for OJT right now. And later on, pag hindi na, turn it off. Edi lagay mo na no. Diba? So depende yan kung anong mas trip nyo or ano mas pasok dun sa hinahanap nyo right now. What the system will do is it will try to match you with companies who are also looking for the same profile with what you have. Yan yung kagandahan ng tool natin. Hindi mo kailangan mag door-to-door para mag-submit ng resume link ninyo. Okay? What else do you put here? You put here your school under education. Even later on, okay, pagka-graduate nyo, you can also put here your schools. Yung mga nag-take pa kayo ng further studies, pwede mo rin ilagay dito. Okay, so walang limit sa space yan. Pagdating ko sa seminars attended, ganun din. Kahit gaano karami, pwede nyo ilagay dito, kahit magkopyahan pa kayo. Just make sure lang alam mo yung seminar na yon. Kaya baka matanong ka sa interview. Pagdating po sa certification, ganun din. Put all the certification programs that you've had, you put it here. Okay? When it comes to the achievement, do not limit your achievement only inside the school. Hindi lahat na nakikinig ngayon ay Dean's Lister. Hindi kayo lahat dito ay honor student. Diba? Ayan, nag-agree marami sa inyo. So, hindi lang po ang achievement nakabase sa academic excellence. Some of you are student leaders. So, if you're active sa school, you also put it here kung ano yung mga pinagkakabalahan nyo. And hindi lang sa loob ng school, even outside the school. If you're active in your barangay, halimbawa, isa kang tanod, ilagay mo dyan. Diba? Yan yung mga achievement ninyo. So, you put it here. Bakit? Because what you're doing now is you're trying to market yourself more effectively to that prospective company. Okay? Now, when it comes to the skills and languages, ito yung common observation namin mga HR. Pagdating sa skills, nilalagay mo lang na skills yung mga umiikot lang sa course nyo. Hindi porkat communication arts ang course mo, com arts lang ang skills na alam mo. Hindi porkat engineering ang course mo, ang alam mo lang na skill ay pang engineering. Hindi porkat tourism or HRM ang course mo, ang alam mo lang na skill ay pang tourism at pang HRM. Maybe some of you are into multimedia, into photography, into videography, into something else, arts, crafts, whatever. Lahat ng yan, skills nyo yan. Remember, what you're doing here is you're marketing yourself more effectively. Kaya kung ako sa inyo, ilagay mo dito lahat ng skills na alam ninyo. Pagdating po sa languages, ganun din. Huwag mong ilimit yan sa dalawang lengguwahe lang. Because I'm sure alam nyo na yung dalawa. Kung dalawa lang talaga alam nyo, din dalawa lang. Ano tong dalawang to? English and Tagalog or Filipino. Okay? Now, if you know other local dialect, Bisaya, Kapampangan, Sabacano, Ilonggo, you can also put it here. If you know foreign languages, German, French, Chinese, Japanese, diba, Korean, pwede mo ilagay dyan. Okay? Walang limit sa space yan. When it comes to the references, sigurado ko yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo. Ang malaking tanong dito kayo ba'y kilala nila? Sana oo, di ba? Kasi madalas pag tumatawag kami sa mga references nyo, hindi kayo maalala. So please tell them, ginawa nyo silang reference para at least they know what to tell about you. Okay? Now, at this point, to make your life easier, kung sakali lang nakagawa ka na ng resume nyo in your Word file or maybe in your doc file, depende kung anong file nyo, PDF file, whatever file you have, kung nakagawa ka na ng resume nyo, simple na lang. Just copy all the information inside dito. No, ilagay mo sa loob ng resume link. Just transfer them here inside the resume link para maging secured yung data nyo. Okay? Kung bakit secured, I'll tell you as we go along. Okay? So yung mga sinabi ko, I think alam nyo na yan. Alam nyo na yan. Okay? Itong mga susunod kong papakita, ito yung mga amazing na portion. Let me start with the portfolio section. Ano yung portfolio section? This is the part where you now upload evidence of your skills. Example, ano ebidensya na graduate na kayo later on? Diploma, di ba? Transcript. Ano pa? Toga? Hindi ebidensya yung toga. Okay? Kung ano man meron nyo, di ba? Certificate, diploma, yan. Ebidensya yan. Okay? Kung transcript of records is evidence na graduate na kayo. Ano ebidensya na wala kayong criminal record? NBA clearance, police clearance, di ba? Ano ebidensya na pwede ka pumunta sa ibang bansa? Passport, visa, lahat ng mga sinasabi mong mga skills mo or yung mga what you're claiming that you know, you can now support them here sa portfolio section by showing those documents. Diba? Anong ebidensya na ikaw ay healthy? Meron kang medical clearance. Anong ebidensya na pwede kang mag-drive ng sasakyan? Meron kang driver's license. Diba? So gets nyo na yung sinasabi ko. Ang point ko lang is you can now put the things here to support yung claim nyo of your skills. Now, you're starting to think, Sir, kung pare-pareho naman kaming graduate sa school namin, pare-pareho kami magkakaklase, same yung course namin, same yung school, same yung teachers, same yung curriculum, pare-pareho lang naman kami lahat, walang experience sa trabaho, how will we stand out? Ayan, di ba? Okay, ito ngayon yung isang magandang recommendation ko sa inyo on how you now stand out. You get your smartphones. Kunin mo yung mga smartphones nyo. Kung wala, manghiram sa kaibigan. Okay, hiram mo sa kaibigan mo. I-record mo yung selfie video mo. You say something interesting about yourself. Record it in about 30 seconds to 1 minute lang. Huwag na masyadong mahaba. Ano gagawin mo? Pretend that you are being interviewed by the HR. So you answer basic questions like, tell me something about yourself. O, di ba? Ano yung mga gasgas sa tanong natin? Why should we hire you? O, di ba? Just imagine na tinanong ka ng HR at sasagutin mo na lang siya. Ang maganda lang ngayon, recorded mo. So kung di mo type yung sagot, i-delete mo. Pag type mo, you save it. Then you upload it sa YouTube or sa Vimeo. Maraming mga video channel na libre, yung mga video converter sa online. Hanapin mo lang. And when you're done, you put that video link doon sa portfolio section nyo. O, di ba? This time, it will definitely make you stand out because depende na to sa diskarte mo on how you're going to present yourself. Okay? So I leave it up to you on how you do that. Now, another thing for you to do, na sure akong hindi to makokopya ng classmate mo, ay yung picture mo. Diba? So you put your profile picture here. Now, when it comes to the picture, hindi kailangan sobrang formal na formal. Hindi kailangan pumunta sa studio. Huwag na kayo gumastos. Ang importante dito, tumingin kayo sa camera. Plain background. Okay? Plain background, tumingin kayo sa camera. Wear something, of course. Wear something decent. Okay? Do not upload profile pictures that look like the right side of your screen. Yung mga sample na yan, hindi po maganda yung sample yan. Okay? So, huwag kayo maglagay ng mga ganun kasi mga sample na profile picture. Now, another good thing pa that will make you stand out using the resume link is your cover photo. Yes! A picture paints 1,000 words. Yan ang kasabihan na very, very applicable dito. A lot of you who are listening today, hindi kayo gifted with writing skills. Hirap kayo i-express ang inyong feelings at inyong thoughts into words. Hindi mo ma-type, hindi mo ma-sulat. Tama? Hirap tayo eh. Bakit? Hindi natural sa atin yan. Pero pagdating sa picture, kaya mo i-express yung inyong personality. Look at the examples I'm showing you. Look at the one on the left. Ano siya? Isa siyang ophthalmologist or optometrist. Sabi naman ng iba, eye expert. Di ba? Yung sa kanan, ano siya? Sabi ng iba, sir, parang IT. Sir, techie siguro kasi maraming gadget, pati stapler, gadget niya. Di ba? Halimbawa, o sabi ng iba naman, sir, parang makalat. O depende na kung how you are going to interpret it. But the way I see it, itong taong to, multitasker. Okay? Another good example I'm showing you is this one. Someone from psychology, someone from neurologist, or maybe someone who knows left and right. Ganun lang kasimple. No? So, depende yan how you're going to express yourself. Okay? Another good example pa, ito. Itong person na to, ang gusto niya sabihin, there's no shortcut to success. You will be able to reach your goal by taking one step at a time. O, di ba? So, I'm showing you good examples. Hindi yan member ng Akit Bahay Gang. Hindi rin po yan social climber, in case that's what you're thinking. So, kung nagpakita ko ng magaganda example, I will also show you yung mga hindi maganda example para wag niyong gagayahin. Huwag kayong magpapaka-misteryoso. Okay? Make sure you put your picture there. Okay? Kasi maraming pangalan ngayon, interchangeable. Ako mismo, guilty ako dyan. My name is Kim. A lot of people think babae ako. Ako rin mismo, napagkakamala ko yung mga aplikante, pinakita ko, Chris, George, Alex, Sam. O, diba? Minsan isipin ko, Joey, lalaki. Yung pala, babae. Diba? So, you better put your picture there para at least alam ng HR who to expect. Okay? Now, when you make your resume link, dapat may laman talaga yan. Kasi kung walang laman yan, ganyan itsura niyan. Blanco. And how do you expect companies will look, or HR from companies will look at your profile if you submit to them resume links that look like this? It's like submitting a piece of a paper, bond paper, or long bond paper, short bond paper na walang laman except pangalan mo. And that's the same as this one. So hindi yan papansinin ng mga HR for sure. Okay? Sayang lang oras nyo tsaka oras ng HR. Kailangan attractive. Okay? When I say attractive or catchy, do not overdo it naman. Now, this is just in my opinion. In my opinion, I think this one is not a good example. Kasi ang dating niya parang tamad, parang happy-go-lucky, parang chill-chill lang, no? Parang ganoon na dating. So, I leave it up to you on how you'll be, expressing yourself na dito. Okay? So, sa mga personality nyo. Alam niyo na anong dapat nyo gawin at hindi nyo dapat gawin. So, showing a very good example is si iExpert. Tignan mo, lahat ng detalye niya, kompleto. Everything from top to bottom, kompleto lahat ng details, including yung kanyang mga portfolio section na nagpapatunay na siya ay isang licensed ophthalmologist. Pinakita niya lahat ng mga posibleng hingiin pa sa kanya ng mga HR. So bakit ko sinabi sa inyo na napapabilis yung buhay dito? Hindi lang buhay nyo. Pati buhay din ng HR napapabilis. Because once you submit all this information to that company, when the HR opens your resume link and sees everything about you, dalawa lang ang pwedeng mangyari niyan. One is, nahuli mo attention, gusto kanya ngayon kausapin or schedule for the next step, like interview or possibly job offer, or hindi ka nag-fit. Yun yung second. Di ba? Para at least, ang maganda rito, hindi na pabalik-balik, hindi na siya tatawag para sabihin, hello ma'am, meron ka bang evidence na graduate ka na talaga sa school na yan? Can you send me your transcript? Di ba? Can you send me yung mga evidence or yung mga sample skills or sample work mo kasi you are in IT or in graphic design? Di ba? Gets mo ibig ko sabihin, wag nang pabalik-balik, sayang yung oras. Okay? Time is of the essence, lalo na ngayon. So you put everything there, at least pa nakita ng HR, diretso na kagad sa pagprocess sa inyo. Okay? A lot of you are now thinking, sir, pag gumawa ako ng resume link at nilagay ko lahat ng information ko dyan, baka naman yung mga data ko nakakalat na sa buong mundo. Baka naman yung mga information ko nakalantad na sa buong internet. The answer is, no. Kaya nga siya tinawag na the most secured resume. Okay? Bakit siya tinawag na most secured resume? Because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings. Follow the screen. Inside your dashboard, when you log in, you can go to your settings. Sa settings mo, to be specific, puntahan mo yung privacy settings. In your privacy settings, you choose the information that you want to show in public. Halimbawa lang you do not want to show your birthday. What do? Turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita yung address mo. What do? Turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita ang inyong references. What do? Turn it off. So lahat na naka-off, hindi lalabas sa public. At sino may control niyan? Kayo lang. O, di ba? Ang maganda pa rito, real-time update yan. Halimbawa, today, you decide not to show your birthday, your address, and references. And then 5 minutes later, you decide, sige, pakita ko na nga birthday ko. Turn it on. Real-time. 5 minutes later, the moment you save your settings, lahat na binigyan mo ng resume link, updated na rin sila real-time. As in real-time. Di ba? Ayos, di ba? Sige, tuloy natin. Tuloy pa natin to. So, reminders ko na lang sa mga late na dumating or kakakinig lang, when you make your resume link, make sure that your profile is interesting and attractive. Okay? Wag OA. Iba yung over naman yun. No? Wag naman ganun. So, make sure it's attractive, it's catchy. Complete all the information, especially your contact details. Kasi sayang naman lahat ng ginawa mo, nahuli mo attention, hindi ka makontak ng HR. So, better make sure nandyan yung mga contact details na updated. Okay? So, yan. So, tapos na tayo sa 2 steps. Last step na lang. Ano yung first step? Recap lang. First step is register. Wala tong bayad. Libre po yan. Second step is for you to complete the information. Yan ang pinaka-logical. And the last step now is for you to submit. So, you're now thinking, okay to paano ko gagamitin ngayon yung resume link? Bigyan kita ng iba-ibang paraan. Okay, lahat ito practical application para makarelate kayo. Unang option, pumunta ka sa website ng jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com, and that's where you now start to look for companies. Type the companies that you're looking for. Pag may lumabas, edi good. Pag walang lumabas, edi wala. Okay, wag din pilitin. Okay? Now, you can also see there a lot of companies, a lot of company logos that you can shop around, you can choose, learn about the company, and if you want to be part of the company, I recommend you submit your resume link kahit na hindi ka pa qualified. Let me repeat what I just said. If you want to be part of an organization, if you want to be part of that company, even if you are not yet qualified, I recommend you give your resume link to that company. Bakit? Imagine, kung ngayong hapon, ngayong araw, nagsubmit ka ng resume link sa isang kumpanya na naghahanap ng 3 years experience na aplikante. Wala ka pang 3 years experience. Okay lang. Because nabigay mo na yung resume link mo sa kanya, pagdating ng 2024, siguro naman by that time, meron ka ng 3 years experience, di ba? Kasi nag-work ka na ngayon, by 2021. By 2024, may 3 years experience ka na, pwede ka na ma-qualify dun sa position in-applyan mo. And you never know. That company might just contact you later on, provided that your details are still updated. So you have to update those information real time. Ayos ba? Ayos, di ba? Wala nang pabalik-balik. Hindi mo na kailangan magbalik-balik dun sa kumpanya para sabihin, nag-apply po ko sa inyo last year. Ako po yung OJT nyo 3 months ago. Wala lang ganun. Okay? Another practical application. When you submit your resumes through email, how do you do that? Madalas, ito ginagawa natin. Mag-email tayo, sasabihin natin, Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply for the following position, and this is my resume. Ano gagawin nyo? I-attach mo yung Word file mo or PDF file mo. Tama? If that is how you're doing it, wag mo nang gawin yon. Wag ka na mag-attach ng anything sa email. Pampabagal lang yan, tsaka makaluma na yung style na yan. Bakit ko sinabi yon? Kasi hindi mo na kailangan talaga mag-attach ng anything. Ang gagawin mo, i-type mo na lang doon sa email mo yung resume link mo. Example, Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply for the following position. And this is my resume. In this example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz, 01.jobs180.com. That's it. Submit. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you. Send. Every time meron kang babaguhin sa details mo, hindi mo na kailangan padalhan yung HR. Kasi kung ginagamit mo mga attachment, ang kulit niyan ang kulit, saka nakapagod. Ano gagawin mo pag nagbago ka ng phone number? Dear HR Manager, this is now my updated resume. Mamaya-maya, 2 weeks later, nagpalit ka ng phone number. Ano gagawin mo? Dear HR Manager, this is now my updated, most recent resume. O, di ba? Every time meron kang babaguhin, padala ka na padala doon sa HR. Nakapagod yan, hindi lang sa part nyo, kundi sa part din namin sa mga HR to keep track which one yung pinaka-updated na details. So this time, wala na kailangan. Palit-palit na lang kayo ng details nyo, update-update na lang sa loob ng resume link. Ayos ba? Ayos pa. Okay, tuloy pa natin to. Okay? If you want to print your resume, this is now the good news. You can now print your resume link. No matter how much information you have, the system will try to compress everything into one page. So kung gusto mo talaga mag-print ng papel at mag-submit sa mga kumpanya, walang kaso. Pumunta ka lang sa dashboard mo, hanapin mo yung print na option at mamili ka kung 1 column or 2 column version ang gusto mo i-print. What the system will do is it will try to compress everything into one page para tipid na. O, di ba? Now, usapang tipid. Ito mas tipid pa. Gusto mo mag-print ng resume pero gusto mo magtipid. Itong gawin mo. Gumawa ka ng resume link card. Ano tong resume link card? Sa isang pirasong long bond or short bond paper, mag-design ka ng maraming resume link card. No? Maliliit lang, parang business card ang dating. In one piece of paper, I think you can make 10, 20 sets of cards. Depende sa size ng papel mo. At ang importante na ilagay mo dyan sa resume link card mo ay syempre ang inyong resume link. Diba? So, hindi mo na kailangan ilagay lahat ng details mo sa resume sa loob ng maliit na papel. Lagay mo lang resume link mo. And that is what you now give to the companies when you start applying. Look at the picture I'm showing you. Diba? Tipid. Hindi lang tipid. Secured pa. Tingnan nyo. If you submit yung big paper resume nyo, long bond paper, sinubmit mo sa isang kumpanya, nag-apply ka. For some reason, nilipad ng hangin. Yung nakapulot ng papel na yan, alam na buong detalye mo because everything is in that one-page printout. Now, if you lose that small piece of paper, don't worry. Meron kang peace of mind. Bakit? Yung mga kapulot niyan, limited sa privacy settings mo because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings kahit na i-type niya yan sa browser. Okay? So, ang recommend ko rin sa mga nakikinig, use the gadget. Take advantage of the technology. Use your gadget, your laptop, your cell phone, your tablet, kung ano man. Okay? Para ngayon kasi, with this day and age, technology na ang gamitin natin. Kung mano-mano pa rin kayo, wala kayong gadget, okay lang. Huwag kayong malungkot. You can still submit to the companies by just simply writing the resume link on a piece of paper. As simple as that. Okay? So, again, sa mga nagtatanong, ano yung mga guidelines ko para makagawa ako ng job-winning resume? Ito yung guideline ko. Ito yung checklist ko. Are you using the right tool? That's the ultimate question. There are so many tools right now, but these are the things that you should consider when you make your resume. And that is the resume link. It already addresses the following. Number 1, security ng information mo. I hope by this time, you have peace of mind. Ito na ang pinaka-secure na information because you have the ultimate control over your privacy setting. Pangalawa, the speed of hire becomes faster. It becomes more efficient because whatever you need, whatever the HR needs, you can already put it inside the resume link. Another thing is that it's flexible. If you want to print, just in case lang gusto mo talaga mag-print ng resume nyo, you have the option to print it. And you don't have to worry about saan ko sinave yung file na yan, saan ko tinago, wala nang ganon. Just log into your account and print. Mamili ka lang kung 1 column or 2 column version. At higit sa lahat, wala po itong bayad. Tipid po ito. Walang bayad. Okay? Ang kailangan mo lang, of course, internet. Sa mga nag-iisip sa inyo, sir, kailangan ko ng pan-data, pwede ka naman makakonect sa internet na walang data eh. Punta ka sa libreng wifi. Di ba? Baka yung kapitbahay nyo may libreng wifi o makagamit ka muna. Later on, pag may trabaho ka na, may sweldo na, bayaran mo yung wifi niya. O, di ba? Bawi-bawi lang yan. No? Give and take. And there are a lot more benefits to just what I've mentioned. Marami pang iba. You can share your resume link to whatever platform you want to share it to. Gusto mo i-text? Gusto mo siya i-private message? Gusto mo i-send via Viber? Kayo bahala. Pwede mo i-share. Basta kayo may control. Ganun lang kasimple. No? Kung hindi mo ito binigay sa kahit kanino, hindi malalaman to nung taong yon. And you don't have to save it to whatever USBs or hard drive. No need na. Wala rin tong mga tipong version na kailangan pa mag-compatible. Walang ganun. Lahat ito compatible. Pwede lahat. Okay? So, shout out na lang ako. Shout out to all our school partners. By the grace of God, right now we have about 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide, including your alma mater. So, thank you. We're very thankful for this opportunity that we're able to do this kahit tayo nasa loob ng bahay, kahit kayo ay nasa loob ng bahay. So, hindi tayo physically nagpe-present, pero nakakatulong pa rin tayo, especially if you have friends or relatives whom you think would need this tool. Please share this to them. Okay? Sa mga nagtatanong naman ng mga frequently asked questions, sasagutin ko na. Ito kasi yung mga common questions na kadalasan tinatanong sa akin. Ang tanong, can I give my resume link to companies who do not know about jobs180.com? The answer is absolutely yes. It depends kung sino ang bibigyan mo. Ikaw may ultimate control niyan. Okay? Pangalawang question, is this the same as other job platform like LinkedIn, JobStreet, iba pang mga job site? The answer is no. Meron tong dalawang major difference. Yes. Lalo na pagdating sa security. Okay. Of course, explain lang ako Okay, with respect to the other sites that I've mentioned, let me just use JobStreet as an example para lang mas makarelate, no? Para makarelate. You can only use JobStreet resume if you're applying to companies who are also using JobStreet. If you're applying to a company who is not using JobStreet, you cannot use your JobStreet resume anymore. With your resume link, you can use this to any type of company, any platform, wherever they are. Kahit sa loob ng Pilipinas or sa labas ng Pilipinas, pwede mong applyan. Kahit hindi niya alam ang Jobs on 80, basta alam niya ang resume link mo, pwede niya mabuksan ang profile at makita according to your settings. That's the first difference. Pangalawang difference, kung nabigay mo na, kung na-submit mo na ang JobStreet resume mo sa isang company, wala ka nang pwedeng baguhin. Lahat ng data mo nandun na yan sa HR. Yes. Hindi na magbabago yan real time. With your resume link, na-submit mo today, mali pala number mo, na-submit mo today, mali pala yung spelling mo, you can always edit it. Enter, save it. Real-time update. Lahat ng bigyan mo ng resume link, updated real-time. Ayos? Okay, tuloy tayo sa number 3 question. Number 3 question is the easiest question. Ang tanong dito is, can I keep my information secured? I hope by this time, na-convince ko na kayo na ito na ang pinaka-secured na platform. Okay? That's the reason why I'm sharing this to you. Okay? Number 4, I think this is the most important question. How often should you update your resume link? Ang sagot dito, hindi araw-araw, hindi linggo-linggo, hindi buwan-buwan, hindi taon-taon. Ang sagot dito ay every time. Every time na meron kayong babaguhin, lalo na ang contact details nyo. Yan ang importante. You have to update your contact details every time na meron kayong papalitan doon. Kasi yan yung paraan para makontak kayo ng mga companies. And the last question is just a trivia. Why is this called jobs180.com? This is called jobs180.com because we want to turn your life around. Yan, di ba? 180 degrees. Hindi siya 360. Kasi kung 360, bumalik ka lang kung saan ka galing. Di balik-balik ka lang, balik-balik ka lang, balik-balik ka lang. Di wala nangyari. Di ba? So you have to do it 180 degrees. It's a straight line towards your career goal. Okay? Just in case may tanong pa kayo, nahiya magtanong, pumunta lang kayo sa website namin, sa jobs180.com or email us, email me here sa info@jobs180.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram para makakuha kayo ng mga latest trends in recruitment. Okay? Again, my name is Kim Chua. Don't forget yung wa. Okay? Baka Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. Na nagsasabing, be safe at isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Kim. All right. So the floor is now open for questions, guys. So if you have questions regarding resume link or kay Sir Kim, okay, you may now ask. Okay. So while waiting for questions, Sir Kim, hi, Sir Kim. Kumusta po? Ayan.
Ito, okay lang. Na-excite na ako sa mga itatanong ng mga audience natin kasi depende sa batches yan Dati, nung nandyan ako sa live, ang dami yung tanong ng mga estudyante dyan. So, ngayon, pag virtual, siguro mas marami pa kasi tatype lang nila Diba?
Oo
Ayan.
nga po. Nakakamiss ang SPC. Ayan. So, Sir Kim,
yes.
for the students who are having second thought on creating resume link. So, ano sa tingin niyo po ang best feature ng resume link?
Okay. Well, una, wag na kayo magdalawang isip kung gagawa kayo ng resume link or hindi. Kasi sigurado naman at some point, you will be creating your profile, your resume. No? Sure yan. Unless hindi ka maghanap ng trabaho, ikaw ang child of the owner, COO, example lang, of your family business, then perhaps hindi mo na kailangan mag-apply sa labas. Diba? So, at some point, if you're going to explore for opportunities, definitely you will be creating your resume. So, in that scenario, ito na yung gamitin mong platform for the following reasons. No? Yan yung sasagutin yung tanong ni Ma'am Joyce. Una, when you create a resume link, you don't need to create one simply because you are applying for a job. You create one because you want to have a profile that's readily available na pwede mo ibigay or i-share sa kahit sinong gusto mong bigyan. Meaning, kahit na senior high school ka pa ngayon, first year, second year, third year college, hindi ka pa nag-explore kasi hindi ka pa nga naghahanap ng trabaho, pwede ka na gumawa ng account. Okay? So, kahit graduate ka na, pwede rin. No? So, all walks yan, all year levels yan. Now, another benefit of creating a resume link is that you will get possible job notification na. So, ang maganda dito is when you set up properly, maraming mga companies na sila nang lalapit sa inyo, sila nang kukontak sa inyo. Now, it is up to you na lang to decide if you're going to entertain them or hindi. O, di ba? Saan ka pa? Di ba? Yan yung unang-unang pinaka nakita kong practical pinaka-practical na aspect, no, na benefit ng resume link. Now, another reason why I recommend you create your resume link is so that you'll be getting notification kapag ka meron kayong mga future events kagaya ng ganito. May webinar in the future, may iba-iba tayong topics na pag-uusapan, and also for job fair, kung meron tayong virtual job fairs later on sa SPC, then you'll be getting those invitation as well. So, ganun pa rin, same thing. When you get the invitation, it is up to you if you want to respond or hindi, 'di ba? If you don't call to that invitation, you don't respond, edi wala, deadmahin mo lang kung hindi ka naman interesado. Pero ang maganda, you're getting those invitations. So you'll be in the loop. Ayan. So yan yung para sa akin. Kung gagawa ka rin lang naman ng account, kung gagawa ka rin lang naman ng resume, gumawa ka na ng resume link. 'Di ba? Make sure na that it's more secured, the information mo, you can control it 100%. Kagaya naman sinabi ko lahat dun sa talk kanina. Kung na-miss out mo, note ka lang na replay. You can see everything there, no? Ni-emphasize ko yung mga benefits at features ng resume link. Okay? Ayan. So I hope nasagot ko yung tanong ni Ma'am Joyce.
All right, thank you, sir. So what happens, sir, if I created a resume link pero I forgot to verify the account? So ano po yung mga benefits na dapat ay matatanggap ko?
O sige, pag gumawa ka ng account, nag-register ka at hindi ka nag-verify, ganoon na lang. Let's make it simple, no? Pag hindi ka nag-verify, hindi ka uurong. Okay, hindi ka aabante. Meaning, hindi ka maka-receive ng mga notification una-una. Kasi walang ebidensya na ikaw ang nag-register ng account. So you need to verify first. You need to verify na ikaw ang gumawa ng account na yan para maka-receive ka ng mga possible job matches at para makapag-apply ka rin, makapag-submit na inyong resume link sa mga companies. Ayun. So I'll keep it simple, yung sagot na yon. Na pag hindi ka nag-verify, you don't move forward. So you need to verify your account. Okay? Ayan.
All right, thank you, Sir Kim. And of course, nabalitaan natin na mayroong OJT si Jobs 180 and
yes.
Other hiring sir.
Promote natin 'yan. At some point baka meron kayong kaibigan, no? At dito kayo sa stage ninyo ngayon sa school ninyo na kayo ay maghahanap ng OJT or internship. Baka lang, no? Baka lang. Or kung hindi kayo, you have friends, you have relatives who are also exploring and having a difficult time finding OJT companies or internship companies. Right now kasi sa jobs180.com, ang maganda, we're offering this OJT for virtual. So wala tayong face-to-face muna. Tapos marami kami opportunities pang internship, pang on the job training across all courses yan. So if you're interested, all you need to do, go to our website, jobs180.com/jobs180. Hanapin mo mismo si Jobs 180. It's an internal requirement. Kami mismo kailangan natin. We have more than 400 plus colleges and university partners and we're opening this internship to everyone. No, hangga't kung kaya naman namin punuin yung mga slots namin, then puno lang namin. Okay? Now, at the same time, if you are exploring for full-time positions, marami rin kami full-time positions available ngayon. Yung dalawa yung pinaka right now ang kailangan. Yung isa is for IT, which is for web development, and the other one is for customer support. Okay? So, lumalaki na rin kasi yung kailangan natin suportahan, so we also need more people. Kaya yung pandemic, sinasabi nila, marami na walang trabaho, maraming hindi nakakapag-offer ng opportunity. At some point, at some extent, kami naman ay naghahanap ng more people to employ. Okay, so we welcome, no? We welcome these people. Kung merong gusto mag-apply po sa jobs180.com mismo sa amin, just go check out our website, jobs180.com/jobs180. Or hanapin mo lang mismo. Type in mo dun sa search ng company, yung Jobs 180. Lalabas yung Jobs 180 na company. Explore nila yung mga opportunities. Okay? Ayan. Apply na.
Alright, thank you, Sir Kim. So, advice na lang, sir, and tips for the graduating students before we end the resume link.
Okay. So, wala talagang gusto magtanong, himala tong
Wala
batch na to.
tayong question, Sir Kim.
Okay. Dalawa lang yan eh. Either naintindihan nila lahat ng mga pinagsasabi ko, or hindi kayo nakikinig. Hindi, biro lang. Okay? So, remember, guys, no, kayo ay required gumawa ng resume link. So, later on, kailangan nyo rin talaga pakinggan tong talk natin, tong segment na to para gumawa ng resume link niyo. But anyways, balik tayo sa tanong ni Ma'am Joyce. Anong advice ko sa lahat ng mga nakikinig ngayon or naghahanap ng trabaho? Huwag kayong mag-give up. No, keep trying. just continue to explore opportunities. You can apply to as many companies as you want to. Wala pong bawal sa dami, walang limit sa dami. Just make sure lang that you are doing your research. You have to know what positions you're applying for and what type of companies are you getting into, no? Yung culture nila, yung background, yung lahat 'yan, yung environment, 'di ba? You need to do your research kasi some of the very basic questions that HR will ask later on, you will learn about this from our speakers, is that they ask you simple question like what do you know about the company? Doon pa lang sa tanong na 'yan, pag hindi mo na masagot, tapos na. 'Di ba? Yun na yun. So you have to do your research. Okay? So yun lang ang advice ko. Keep trying. Kung sa una, hindi pumasa, subukan ng pangalawang beses. Kung hindi pa rin pumasa, may pangatlong beses pa. At hanggat kaya mo magbilang, meron tayong chance. Okay? Never ever give up. So keep trying lang. Okay? There.
Sir Kim, may question pala tayo. So, from Miss Ai, so, pinorward niya yung
Yes.
question.
Go
So,
ahead.
Ma'am Joyce, may nagtatanong po, paano daw po pag nakalimutan ang password ng resume link, may chance pa po bang mag-retrieve ang resume link?
Oo naman. Sa mga nakagawa na ng resume link, okay? Yung meron na nagawa, tapos nakalimutan niyo yung password. All you need to do is you have to log in. No? Dalawa naman yung ways nyo to log in. Yung isa is nakita mo yung nagsuscroll right now sa screen. You can go to your school career portal, which is schools, with an S, schools.jobs180.com/SPC. Punta kayo dyan. Pwede kayo doon mag-log in. Or punta kayo sa website ni jobs180.com, www.jobs180.com at doon kayo mag-log in. Now, pag click mo yung login, magkakaroon doon ng page that will ask for your login ID and password, which is your email and your password. Now, kung nakalimutan mo yung password, all you need to do is put your email, click mo yung forgot password. The new password will be sent to your email. Okay, so you just have to open your email. Okay? Ganun lang siya. And then you don't need to create another one kasi may iba kasi na mga job seeker just because nakalimutan yung password, gumawa na naman ng bago. 'Di ba? And maybe later nakalimutan na naman nila yung password, gagawa na naman ng pangatlo. 'Di ba? Wala naman din limit, wala namang bawal, no? Wala naman tong limit sa gaano karami pwede niyo gawin na resume link. Pero remember, yung mga resume links na ginagawa nyo, may mga notification na yan coming from companies. So you don't want to miss those out, 'di ba? You don't want to miss out. So you want to make sure lang na hangga't maaari isa lang account nyo, gawin nyo, and then you just need to reset lang your password. Okay? Kung worst case scenario, ito, worst case na to, worst case, hindi mo na maalala, pati email mo. Ito, yun na malupit, pati email mo, nakalimutan mo na. Ano gagawin mo? You have to email us. Email our customer support team, or you email us sa info. Info na lang para mabilis maalala. Info, that's info@jobs180.com. Ilagay mo doon yung concern mo. Sabi mo, you created your resume link and you forgot everything, even your login details and all. So we'll try to find out kung ikaw talaga yan. We'll try to verify kung ikaw talaga yung account owner, and then we'll assist you. Okay? So
Sir
there.
Kim, isa pa, one last question.
Okay,
So,
go ahead.
SPC is planning to have their job fair, virtual career fair. So, pero wala pang target date. So, is it really a need for the students to create a resume link sa VCF?
Okay. Sa darating na virtual career fair ninyo, this is already in advance announcement because we don't have the date yet, but definitely you'll be getting that date later on. When you have the virtual career fair going and you don't have a resume link, mas matagal yung proseso eh. Unang-una, if you're going to submit your information, ang dami natin kailangan sige, para simple na lang sagot ko. Gumawa ka ng resume link. Kasi pag meron kang resume link, all you need to do is just click the button kung sino gusto mo applyan. Ganun lang kasimple. Pag click mo yung button ng kumpanya, halimbawa lang, you want to apply to Accenture. All you need to do is just go to jobs180.com/Accenture na link. Click mo lang yon and then submit your information. Diba? Kung gusto mo mag-apply sa DXC Technology, all you need to do is go to jobs180.com/careers@DXC kasi may kanya-kanya silang link. All you need to do is click on that link, submit your resume link. Ganun kabilis. So lahat ng hindi ko sinabi, yun yung baliktad kung wala kang resume link. Mas matagal. Yun lang yun. Okay?
Yes,
So create
Okay,
one.
sir.
Wag niyo nang patagalin. Gawa na kayo ng resume link niyo.
Alright. Thank you so much, Sir Kim. So we forgot na kalat pala ang audience natin today, no? So we have audience from Jobs 180 Facebook page, YouTube page, and sa SPC FB page. So if you have questions, guys, pinapasabi na pwedeng i-forward nyo kay Miss Ai. Si Miss Ai na ang mag-forward ng questions.
I-post
so
nyo
baka
kahit
nahihiya
saan.
sila Baka
Oo.
nahiya sila, Sir Kim, na mag-ask ng questions through comment section. Okay,
Itanong nyo
so
na yung question nyo habang nandyan ng speakers, naka-live sila. The
totoo.
speakers we invited, these are all live. They can entertain your questions, no? Live.
Mm-mm.
Huwag kayo magtanong ng question nang wala na sila. No? Mas matagal din yun yung process na yun because we have to forward that question pa to them. Diba?
Mm-mm.
Tanong nyo na ngayon habang live. Okay?
Alright.
Yun lang. So be safe
Okay.
everyone.
Thank you, Sir Kim. Maraming
Bye-bye.
salamat po for joining us today. So, guys, if you are interested to know more about Jobs 180 or about Resume Link, you may visit our website. It's www.jobs180.com. And for career opportunities, you may visit jobs180.com /jobs180. Okay, so let's proceed now with our next speaker. Okay, so for our next speaker, who will talk about dressing up. So Miss Tony finished her Bachelor of Science in Nursing at Manila Doctors College. She had 8 years of experience at BPO industry as a collection senior analyst supporting North America and Australia account. Miss Tony is a capability development trainer at Accenture that supported Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, and North America accounts, which facilitated trainings under finance and accounting, communication skills, and utilities training. The capability development instructor analyst from Accenture, Ms. Kristoni G. Ofrasio. Hi, Miss Tony. Good morning po.
Hi, good morning. Happy Thursday.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, can we test now your share speed?
Yeah, sure. Right. Sharing the screen now, all right? So
Yes,
my
ma'am,
topic,
it's up. Opo. Yes, ma'am,
it's
it's up. So I'll see you po after 20 minutes for the Q&A. Good luck, Miss Tony.
all right, thank you. Okay, good morning everyone. Happy Thursday. My topic for today would be work ethics. My name is Kristoni Ofrasio. Next slide, please. So my topic outline for today would be what is work ethics? What is the importance of work ethics? What are the examples of work ethics? The importance of wearing proper attire from work from home and dressing up, the dress codes, and the virtual workplace. So before we proceed, we need to understand what is work ethics. So this is a belief in work as moral good. So we know that ethics, it is the standards of what is right and wrong. So this is a set of values centered on the importance of doing work and reflected especially in the desire or determination to work hard. So this is a very important factor in making a strong networking connections and advancing your career. So when you have a good work ethics, always remember you can speak highly because of your professional opportunities. Next slide, please. Thank you. So why is it very important? What is work ethics? And why is it very important? So since we know that this is a set of values based on discipline and hard work, it can affect how you handle your responsibilities and how seriously you take your work. So we know that within a good work ethic, you are very motivated and ready to be professional at school as a student and later on when you work as a professional in the workplace. So why is it important of having a strong work ethics at work? So a strong work ethics builds confidence. So it helps you to build your confidence as a person, as a student, as an employee, which will help you to do what it takes to complete assigned tasks in a timely manner. So having a good work ethic generally means you commit yourself to do the best job possible at all times. Next slide, please. Thank you. So we have some examples of ethical behaviors in the workplace includes the following. So what are they? First is obeying the company's rules. So as an employee, you are responsible in obeying the company's rules. And as a student, you are responsible in obeying your school policies and regulations. So also, effective communication is one of the ethical behaviors. So if you are effective in communicating with other people, you are taking responsibility. So taking responsibility meaning you are acknowledging the role you play in your own life. You are responsible for your thoughts, your emotions, your actions. Okay, rather than looking for someone or somewhere else to blame, you are accepting that you are in charge of your own life. Accountability, what is this? Okay, accountability meaning you are reliable by highlighting your goals. Okay, you are acceptance of responsibility for honest and ethical conduct towards others. You are accountable for a team. If you are a team leader or if you are a student, you are responsible in a certain group. For example, if you are doing a thesis, right? And professionalism. Guys, this is very important. Professionalism. Okay, we must always remember. Okay, professionalism, it means listening respectfully when another person is talking or how well you treat others. Okay? And of course, there should be trust and mutual respect for your colleagues at work. Not only that, for students, you also respect, okay, your professor, your co-students, your teammates. So all of these examples, obeying the company's rules, effective communication, taking responsibility, accountability, professionalism, trust, and mutual respect for your colleagues at work. These are the examples of ethical behaviors. These are very important. Why? This will help you for promotions, okay, to meet another people. It will help you to develop your own self in the future. If you want to develop yourself, you must follow this, okay, because these are very important foundation. If you had a good foundation, then you are good to go, right? Okay, next slide please. Okay, so dressing up, dress codes and the virtual workplace. Next slide please. So these are very important. Always remember what is the importance of wearing proper attire from work from home. So we know that we are in the pandemic right now. Despite the shift in the workplace due to the pandemic, dressing up for work still holds much value as it gives what? People a sense of professionalism. So we as a person, by dressing up appropriately, even for Zoom meetings, you can adequately prepare yourself for day ahead. So whether it would be impromptu video call or scheduled Zoom meeting, whether you are working from home or you're a student, whenever you attend your class, dress well enough to feel confident and professional yet comfortable. In case there's a meeting, dress more formally. No, for the girls, put on makeup, even if it is a light makeup, or even experiment switching your house slippers for comfortable work shoes, which will help you to feel more put together. So while you do not have to dress exactly how you did in the office, looking put together conditions your mind to focus on what you are in to do. So a dedicated work from home dress code can help you distinguish between work and life balance. So why you should get dressed when working from home? First, okay, what's the important? It prepares you mentally. Okay, if you've been involved, for example, in the world of full-time work, you know that our routines be like work, you tend to focus on work. But when getting dressed, especially even you are working from home, it helps you prepare. You are learning to separate your work and home life. And you gain confidence because you know in yourself that you look very good. Okay? And you are feeling fresh and productive because of that confidence. Okay? You are to set your mind, your heart, your soul into it and everything that you do because you are confident in what you are wearing, even though you are working from home. Okay, next slide, please. So, what do you wear to a work from home meeting? So, these are some pictures. Wearing something comfortable and semi formal is the perfect key to a virtual meeting dress code. Choose your meeting wardrobe as you would for in a person. So imagine yourself for a work meeting or job interview. should wear a pants or a dress with a shoes, something that provides homely comfort with an elegant semi-formal look, such as palazzo. So this is a wide-legged loose pants for the ladies. Okay, and keep the styling minimal. So small accessories, especially for the ladies, could help. You can look very classy and chic. But for the men, okay, polo shirt will help you. So uh, an insider one says it's important to dress from head to toe, even if the camera doesn't capture your bottom half. So why? Wearing shoes also grounds you and can make you feel put together. Okay. So always remember, guys, okay, even if you're dressed casually or wear a uniform, making sure you look very neat and put together can improve your overall appearance. It will help you feel more confident. You are confident in yourself, and with that, it can help you to finish your task and do more of what is expecting from you. Okay, next slide, please. All right. So these are some of the pictures for the women. So wear clothes that make you feel good, like a polo shirt, a dress, if you can send the pictures, polo and pants, a blazer. So whether it's a light color, find a color that is suitable for you. So you can wear if you have a short hair, you can put it in a ponytail if you have a long hair. So you can put accessory on it. You can put hairband on it. So a neutral shirts or a pair of pants. So putting on this beautiful dress or this beautiful attire will make you feel ready to take and tackle your day. All right. So next picture, please. Okay, for the men, so if you can see in the pictures, we have this polo shirt, a sweater. So whatever looks good in you, whatever you feel comfortable, but at least please present yourself. No? And here you can see a man in the suit. So whenever you have a Zoom meeting of what is required from you. So choose t-shirts, polo that are to support whatever is required on your company or your school and whatever that will make you feel good and confident. Okay. Next. So always remember, guys, dressing well is a form of good manners as per Tom Ford. So showing your good manners through styling is a simple way to gain what? The trust, the favor from the people that you are interested, especially when you are on a job and you're applying for a job in the future. So dressing well shows respect to your colleagues and friend and other people. So dressing well is a way to express yourself without having to say anything. Okay, always remember people use their eyes to believe something. Okay, it can be a little details in your wardrobe that expresses a uniqueness about yourself. What is unique about you? Okay, this is why you should wear a clothes that are truly reflective of what your style personality is and why dressing is very important. So dressing professionally helps you present a positive professional image of your organization to others. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so this is very important. So if you are interested, guys, to apply at Accenture or to apply for a job, you can apply and submit your resume at jobs180.com/Accenture. We are so excited for you. Okay, discover more Accenture in the Philippines. So there are lots of opportunities, guys. Again, it's jobs180.com/Accenture. Right? We're now on the Q&A portion.
All right, thank you so much, Miss Tony. And of course, for SPC, the floor is now open for questions again. So if you have questions, okay, so now is the time to ask. So kung nahihiya kayo sa comment section, pwede kay Miss Ai. Okay, para i-forward niya sa akin. Pero syempre, much better kung sa comment section na para makita natin agad, no? Kaya sayang yung time pag forward pa natin. Okay, so while waiting for questions, Miss Tony, I've prepared some. So, ito po,
Sure.
una, number one, should I still dress professionally even if the interview is offline? So, meaning po, through phone call lang.
All right. Okay. Thank you for that question. So, if that would help you to gain your confidence while answering all those interview questions, then go. So, do the things that will help you to be more confident on yourself and in answering the interview question, even though that's only a phone call interview.
All right, thank you, ma'am. And of course, may I know if dressing up affect communication?
Yes, it could affect communication because in what way? So we know there are people who are hard to communicate themselves. So if you are confident in yourself, if you know that you look very well, very well dressed, then it would help you to gain more confidence and you are confident in communicating whatever you want to say to another people. And of course, applying an assertive communication technique.
All right, ma'am. And aside from dressing up, what else do I need to prepare? Appearance wise po, for the interview.
So for the interview, of course, you have to be prepared. You are to prepare in answering those questions. So nowadays, you can search through Google, YouTube, on how you will answer those interview questions. Hindi naman lahat lalabas dun yung mga tanong. But at least you are prepared at that moment and you are able to impress the interviewer.
Mm-mm. And follow-up question, ma'am, no? Baka mamaya kasi, yes, nag-dress up, kaganda ng damit mo, pero hindi ka naligo or hindi ka nag-shave or, di ba po, or yung makeup, sobra-sobra.
Yeah, always remember, there should be a balance in everything. Okay, there should be a balance on the way that okay, you look neat. No, don't forget to take a bath, brush your teeth. It will help you to be more confident. And if you are a girl or a woman, you put a light makeup, light perfume for the boys. Wag naman yung masyadong matapang kasi maybe it would interrupt the interviewer. So there should be a balance on everything. Balance on your makeup, balance on the perfume, balance on the color of your shirt. So use a light color if necessary, whatever your skin tone is.
All right, thank you, ma'am. So, ayan, ma'am, may question tayo ulit from the audience, from SPC. So,
Sure.
ma'am, is it okay po ba to be overly dressed than underdressed for an interview?
Oh, okay. No, that's a very good question. So there are different definition actually, a description of what is overdressed. So if you know that you are going, okay, for an interview na overdressed ka, so it only shows that you are prepared. Wala naman masama dun It only shows that you are prepared. But just to give you a piece of advice, whenever you are um, going on an interview, okay, you research regarding the company, you research the proper attire, and then from then on, hindi ka ma-overdress. So wala namang masama doon. It's just that there may be an impression that you are prepared on that interview. And syempre, you may leave an impression that, okay, they may hire you because they are basing on the answers that you will be provided during the Q&A portion. So that's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, ma'am. And another one po, do you offer OJTs for internship and are there vacancies for open positions for Accenture for the
For
graduating students?
Accenture, you can refer. You can as I've advertised earlier, you can just submit your resume, and from there, someone would contact you. Okay, again, it's jobs180.com/Accenture. If you are interested, we are very excited to have you and everyone to apply here at Accenture.
All right, thank you, ma'am. So one last, ma'am, tips and advice for the graduating students.
So for the graduating students, especially now we're on pandemic, Always believe, okay, that gratitude is the best attitude. Okay? We must be learn to be grateful at everything and do not lose hope. No? Sabi nila, ang dami nawawalan ng work whenever, lalo na pandemic. Pero don't lose hope, di ba? Kasi, always remember, okay, every morning is an opportunity for you to start all over again. Whether you failed on the past, especially the graduating student, you are very young, you have a lot of opportunities, especially beautiful opportunities on your life. You're very young. You have a long way to go. Never give up. Okay. Chase your dream and do everything to get that dreams of yours. That would be all.
All right, thank you so much, ma'am. So again, guys, if you're interested to apply at Accenture, you may submit your resume link at jobs180.com/Accenture. Okay, so thank you so much, Miss Tony, for joining us today. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and expertise.
You're
We wish to
welcome.
have you on our next set of webinars. Po.
You're welcome. Okay.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
ma'am.
much. Everyone, have a blessed day ahead of you. Stay
Thank you, ma'am.
safe.
Ingat po. All right. So moving on to our third speaker for today. So who will talk about effective interviewing skills. All right. So with more than 9 years of work experience with DXC as her only employer, 5 years as a supervisor, and currently leading the hiring activities for global service desk team, her interests include reading, for parenting, owns two dogs, wow, and traveling. The supervisor of modern workplace DXC technology, Miss Angie Futol Bañez. Hi, Miss Angie. Good morning po.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Beautiful Thursday morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Welcome to jobs180.com. Ma'am, can we test your share screen? Oh, it's up. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, it's already up.
Yes, po. I'll leave it to it po. I'll be back for the Q&A. Thank you, ma'am. Good luck.
All right. Thank you. So again, good morning, everyone, and to San Pablo colleges and also to all the viewers. Again, my name is Angel Futol Bañez. I'm one of the supervisors for Global Service Desk Philippines, and I'm really ecstatic to share with you guys tips about preparing virtual interviews and how to answer questions, different interview questions, and also share with you a bit about DXC and well, if you're interested, after you graduate, you can apply with us. So let's get it started. So these are some of the points that I'm going to discuss today. So give you an overview of what DXA technology is, what employees actually search for in a candidate, what are the different interview question types, how to answer interview questions, and the common interview questions and how you can answer them, and tips to prepare you for a virtual interview. So DXC. So probably you've heard about it from your friends or you have friends already with DXC. So in DXC, every day we deliver excellence for our customers and colleagues. We use the power of technology to deliver mission critical IT services that moves the world. So at a glance, you could see here that DXC, we are listed as 152 in the 21 Fortune 500, and we have a global presence of across 70 countries all over the world, and we have 130,000 employees worldwide. And of course, DXC Philippines. Well, actually, DXC has been in the Philippines for I think 19 years already. So it actually started way back in 2003 when P&G decided to outsource its IT operations to HP before. And then at that time around, there were actually only about 230 P&G people were rebadged to HP. And then it what becomes right now the Philippines Delivery Center. And I'm very proud of that 19 years. I'm part of that 9 years, and I'm actually turning my 10th year with DXC this coming August 1st. So I would be also happy to see you or join if you join our company. And another thing that what makes DXC unique is actually as a center. If you look at the services that we provide here in the Philippines, we deliver across all layers of the enterprise technology stack. So there are a lot of career opportunities here in DXC Philippines. And in terms of size, we're actually the second largest delivery center in the world for DXC and one of the only four global innovation and delivery centers in the world. Here in DXC, our people are the heart of our business. So if you could see, there are different programs for our community and our people. So in our community, we have Buhay DXC, we have this corporate social responsibility, diversity and inclusion, and ULAP, our university linkages. And of course, we take care, DXC take care of its people. So we have wellness programs, physical, mental, financial, and they encourage you to speak up. So they have safe, open spaces for you to share your thoughts. Also, we have rewards and recognition programs, virtual onboarding, and a leaders enrichment program. And these are some of the awards that DXC was given to DXC. Last year, our CEO, Mike Salvino, was named one of the Comparably's best CEOs of 2021. And Forbes, by the way, names us in 2020 as the best employers for new grad and world's best employers. So these are just some of it. And this is what I'm proud of, actually, is that DXC has been awarded just last year, 2021, as Asia's best employer brand. Despite the pandemic, despite the uncertain times, DXC has been providing jobs to us. And it's really, we are confident that we are ready to face a new future with DXC. So I hope you get to learn some insights of what DXC is, and you would consider us as your future employer of choice as well. You may connect with us later at the end of the presentation. We do have our social media accounts that you can also follow, which I'll share later on. So let's move forward now. So what exactly employers look for in a candidate? What do we search in a candidate? So it's good that, we are giving you this background to know what exactly during interviews, what are we looking for? And you would also know that around this, mostly the questions surrounds this qualifications that we are looking for in a candidate. So the first one is competence. So it's a must that you have a very good foundation. You have the basic skills, education, and experience to do the job well. But of course, it's not only that. Please do know that there is a learning curve in all jobs. So you must also demonstrate that you have that willingness to learn the operation, the process from the ground up. Because if we see that this candidate or this employee doesn't want to learn, well, of course, that will greatly, you will not grow as an employee. And of course, it will also make the company suffer. And the second one is you must have a strong character. When we say character, it includes your work ethic, as mentioned by Kristoni earlier, and also honesty. You must demonstrate that you have these traits, that you can be, you are committed and compassionate about the job and also about the company. Well, when we are looking at the character of a candidate, we ask ourselves, me particularly, when I do interviews, I ask myself, does this candidate have the confidence to take the initiative, or does he or she can take ownership of issues? So it's very good to know that this is one of the traits that we look for in a candidate. And lastly, chemistry. Of course, we always want to hire a candidate that is a team player. When we look at candidates, we ask also, will this candidate fit with the company's cultures and values? Will they be will they get along with the other members of our team? So yeah, that's one thing as well. So please do remember what are the what employers search for in a candidate. All right, and then I'll move on to the next one, which is interview question types. Well, actually, guys, anything can happen in an interview. So you are thrown different types of questions. But I've listed here common patterns of interview questions that will help you prepare anything that will be thrown at you on the spot. So I've listed 5 types of interview questions. The first one is about you. So this is more about the interviewer would want to learn more about you. So, your personality, your skills, and your unique values. So, some of the questions for this are, tell me about yourself, what are your strengths and weaknesses, what's your proudest achievement as a student. So, these are some of the questions around your personality. So when answering this, don't list too many. One idea is enough. So one idea at a time actually. And when you do and when you share something about yourself or you explain a strength, don't mention too many. Just again, one is enough. And just to share a specific example that you demonstrate that skill or value, that would be good. Another one is the technical type of questions. Well, of course, you'll be needing technical skills to be able to do the job well. Well, if you ask me, Angel, what are the type of technical questions that are commonly asked during the interview? Well, these are what technology, the tools that's commonly used for the job, or anything job specific process. So what I can tell you is that you need to research about the role or the position that you're applying for, because you would know what are the minimum or the technical requirements that this job is requiring you to be able to do it. So if you see it, like for example, they will tell you example in my interviews in global service desk, I always ask this: do you have any experience working with MS Teams or any office applications like Outlook? Because some of these are basic IT skills that you will need when you transition from campus to corporate. So I asked them if they have experience, and they could rate themselves from 1 to 2. It's just not, I mean, 1 to 10, 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. Don't just tell me when I ask you, can you rate yourself with your knowledge and skills in Microsoft Excel? You will just tell me 10. Of course, that's not an enough answer. You have to justify why you give yourself a 10. And the best way to do it is actually look back at your previous experience, be it an academic and your on-the-job training. Where did you use Excel? How did you use it for? So that the interviewer will know or gauge your skills around it. So the next one is behavioral. The interviewer would want to know you how you deal with or will deal with certain situations. We would like to understand your abilities and if you are a culture fit to the company. So these are often framed as tell me about yours, tell me about the time when. So tell me about the time when you encountered a problem with your thesis and how did you resolve it. Sometimes we ask, tell me about your thesis, what was your role, things like that. Since you fresh graduates are not, you don't have yet work experience, so we always look back, what was your thesis, what was your on-the-job training. So it revolves around it. So when answering, tell me about something or this type of questions, there is what we call the STAR structure when answering this, which I will share later on. And the fourth one would be negative reframe. Well, actually, this is some of the toughest questions you'll encounter in interviews. Your interviewer or the hiring manager would like to know your thoughts and feelings, or how you deal or how you respond with difficult conversation. When dealing with this type of questions, just be honest and keep your answer simple, because we don't want, to put ourselves in a hole. If we talk too much and then we don't know what we're talking about, then that's already that's not good for the interview. And lastly, there's what we call the curveball questions. These are questions that are meant to throw you off, but actually it's designed to test your problem solving skills or your ability to react calmly. So questions like, if you were an animal, what would you be and why? Teach me something in 2 minutes. What's your favorite application right now on your phone and why? So things like that. When you hear these questions, guys, don't panic. So whatever's come to your mind first, use that. Whatever idea, yung unang pumasok sa isip nyo, gamitin nyo yon, and then use that as your focused answer. And from there, for example, what's your favorite app on your phone and why? Well, the first one thing that makes on the top of my head right now is calendar. And so my favorite app right now is a calendar, because it helps me make my time management better. So it keeps me on track about my things. So it helps me not miss any meetings or appointments, things like that. So you can use that, as a structure when answering this type of questions. And then once you have that idea, the first idea that came into your mind, just add 1 to 2 more points that could possibly supplement to the idea that you already have in your mind. All right. I'll move on to the next one, which is how to answer, in general, how to answer interview questions. So the first one is you must speak clearly and vary your tone. Why vary your tone? Because this is also to show that you're interested and you're enthusiastic about the job and the company. If right now you are already monotone and you have a soft speaking voice, I really encourage you guys to practice. It really helps. So that's the first one. And the second one, take your time. You need to listen carefully to the question. And take a moment, guys. It's a moment and not minutes before you answer, so you could actually give a good response. And if you don't understand, or if you, you know, if you didn't catch the question well, you can always ask politely if he or she can explain it or repeat it for you. The next one is if you have previous experience, or if you have a previous job, and don't criticize your previous employers or co-workers. Often I get this, and this is a turn off for interviewers. For example, why did you left your previous job? And then when you start criticizing your previous employer, well, it's already like a no for us. You can just simply give a straightforward answer when you're asked things like that, but don't ever criticize them. And of course, give examples. Why? This would demonstrate that you have the knowledge and skills for the job. Give examples since you're a fresh graduate, be it in your academic or your on the job experience. And lastly, be positive and be confident about yourself, guys. So if you are asked, for example, have you used Active Directory before? So in service desk, in global service desk, that's one of the tools that we use, by the way. So if we hear something that's something that is new to you, or probably you missed researching that particular tool is used for the job, Then, and if you don't have any experience, instead of using phrases that are negative, try to have it in a positive script. So instead of saying sorry, I don't have that experience, tell them what you have to offer. So you can tell them that while I actually don't have, I have not had any direct experience yet about Active Directory, I am a very fast learner and I am confident that I could handle the jobs well and exceed your expectation. Because similarly, before, I didn't know how to use PowerPoint, and that was required. That was required during our thesis. So what I did is that I had to study it, and then I was able to make a very good PowerPoint presentation in which our thesis, the thesis panel was very commended us for a very good PowerPoint presentation. So similar to that, you can use positive scripting for something that you don't actually know yet or something that you don't have experience yet. And I've listed also some here. If you are being asked about experience when asked something, like I've mentioned earlier, experience about, tell me about a problem that you have encountered in your thesis. Tell me a time when, you were late for a deadline during for the task that you were given on your on the job training. So when you are asked about these things, remember you can use the STAR method. So the STAR method is situation, tasks, action, and result. Just have to describe what is the situation, what was the current task that you needed to do. So what you did, what were the actions that you took that help you to achieve the task, and what was the outcome. So it's a very good way of answering this type of questions. And lastly, if something, I always notice this for when I do paper screening or when I look at the resumes. If I see a gap, for example, it's either in their employment. If you have experience, guys, to those who have experience, you have to ready yourselves that this will be asked. Because, for example, if you left a particular company in 3 months and then you apply with us, well, we really have to ask what was the gap. You must just give an honest answer, a direct answer. You have to explain the gap and make it clear that that has been sorted out. So also the common thing that I notice when interviewing fresh graduates is that some of them have gaps in their it took some time before they had college. So there is a gap in their education. So we also ask those type of things, not only to those with experience, for us to know and to get to know better the candidate. So those are tips, a guide for you guys how to answer interview questions. And by the way, an addition is that be honest with your answer, guys. Us interviewers or hiring managers, we know when you are lying. So we can sense it. So please be honest with your answer. And also, in addition, when you do your resumes, ilagay nyo yung alam nyo and don't put in something that you are not sure or hindi mo naman ginawa. Kasi you will be asked during interviews. So, ayun. So, what are the common interview questions and how you can answer them? The first one is, of course, lagi ito, tell me about yourself. For some, this may seem like a very simple question, but guys, wag kayong magpapaloko because this question often sets the tone of the interview. This is like an elevator pitch. So, for example, you are presenting something or you want to pitch an idea to a CEO in an elevator. You only have around ilang minutes, 60 seconds or 2 minutes to sell yourself. So this is it. This is actually a good venue for you to sell yourself. So when you tell about yourself, you just briefly summarize your study, your experience, and talk about your goals and how is it relevant to the position that you're applying for in that company. So who you are, a summary of your relevant experience, be it in academic and OJT, highlight relevant qualifications or skills that's related to the job, and why are you here? Um, Ask yourself, bakit nga ba? Why do I want to apply for a job here in DXC and for that particular position? So simple as that. Don't sell yourself a little too much. Masama din po yung overselling na. So yung tamang ano lang, tamang timpla lang when you sell yourself or when you tell something about yourself. So why should we hire you? So this type of questions will actually, you can explain your or discuss your personality, the skills, the experience that makes you ideal for the job and company. Again, binibenta mo na naman ulit yung sarili mo. So this is sell your positive traits and what you can offer to the company. But if you've done your homework, if you've researched about the role, it will help you better ano yung mga skills na relevant dito sa job na to that I can tell during the interview na kaya ko at ginagawa ko na. So, things like that. The next one, what are your strengths and weaknesses? So, on this type of question, for your strength, just discuss particular one or two strengths that qualifies you for the job. Remember to show and hindi lang sinasabi. Remember to show and not only tell. So, give examples that demonstrate ano yung strengths mo na relevant doon sa job. And when answering about weaknesses, you tell about that weakness. And of course, guys, you also tell them how you overcome that weakness. A weakness. Kasi when you just tell me, what are your strengths and weaknesses? I'm a team player, and my weakness is that I can't say no to a job. So if you just tell me that, it doesn't, parang kulang, it doesn't tell something. So you have to elaborate or discuss more about it and give examples would be better. So again, lastly is that how do you handle pressure? Lagi itong tinatanong sa mga interview. This is very common, especially sa mga fresh grads. Lagi namin tinatanong yan. Kasi this will help us know if how you've managed pressure before and if you would be able to manage stress or pressure in the future. So when answering this type of questions, emphasize also that positives of working under pressure, because after all, having a reasonable amount of pressure can push us to achieve our goals. And of course, provide examples when dealing with pressure that you have met during your studies, for example, or during your OJT. That's of course still relevant to the job that you are applying for. So those are the common interview questions that we usually ask our fresh graduates. And I'll move on to the next one, which is actually preparing for a virtual interview. So when pandemic started, everything went virtual. So everyone adjusted to this new normal things of having virtual interviews. So in preparing for virtual interviews, I've listed some tips here. So the first one is to test your tools or the technology that you're going to use, because remember, when doing virtual interviews requires you a camera, for example, a microphone on your computer or mobile phone, a software na baka first time nyo lang gamitin sa tanang buhay nyo, like MS Teams, Zoom, Google Meet, or kahit ano. And of course, a very reliable internet connection. So guys, a day before, I really suggest that you test this. And of course, you need to find a suitable quiet place, a professional space in your house when you do the interview. Yung minimum lang yung distraction. Hindi yung you're doing interviews and then maraming nakasampay sa likod nyo. Guys, we do have virtual backgrounds like what I'm using right now. So if you really don't have something na masyadong maayos or clean na parang maging background nyo, use virtual backgrounds. And ayun, because in my encounter, meron yung nag-interview na sumasakay ng jeep, nasa jeep. Meron pa ako nung nakaraan, nasa ano siya, it was like in an amusement something when doing the interviews. Guys, interviews are scheduled. So, plan ahead. So, ito yung mga kailangan nyo, yung logistics when you prepare for virtual interview. Kasi we have to be professional. Though virtual to, we still need to be professional. And we don't want na mag-cram kayo during the actual interview. So, test these tools, the things that you need during the interview. I mean, for the interview. And first impression matters. So, guys, again, be on time. Try to join in the meeting room as early as 5 minutes, because if you join in last minute and then you encounter a problem, mawawala ka sa focus ng interview eh. So you have to join early, and very good discussion kanina, dress for the job. So not necessarily coat and tie naman yan when you do interviews. Try to smart casual. So try to dress smartly. Guys, wag nakasando. So this is a professional interview, and ayun, kailangan natin yon. And don't forget to smile. So because virtual right now, di ba, it limits our connection to the interviewer. So if you don't want to smile, if you want to say hi, give a confident wave and say, hi, good morning. So ayan, that's something na it really matters, yung mga ganong kaliliit na mga bagay. And of course, preparation is key. Like what they always say, preparation is winning half the battle. So you will get better results if you prepare in advance. Kasi so others think just because we are in front of our computer, we can quickly, kaya ko mag-look up na answers, i-google ko lang, or maglalagay ako ng notes, something pre-written na I can refer to during interview questions. Well, you still need to prepare, guys. Kasi we want to sound, during the interview, we want you to sound as natural as possible. So, dapat prepare pa din kayo. You do research about company, like, and about the role. Like what Kim mentioned earlier doon sa unang talk. So, if you don't research about the company and the job, kasi madalas yung tinatanong, then you're not prepared enough. So, it would really mean a lot, and nakakatulong talaga, guys, that you prepare for your interviews. So, the next one is communicate effectively. As sinabi ko kanina, virtual interviews or the virtual setup limits our ability to communicate our body language. So, for example, if you get an unexpected question, make sure that you just stay poised. Hindi yung parang, hindi ko na alam yung sugot. Yung mga ganong bagay. So, you have to maintain poise and confident na during the interview. Sit up straight, and make sure your camera is in the middle of your screen. Kita yung mukha mo, kita yung parang itong upper body mo. Hindi yung noo lang yung nakikita, hindi yung super close up. So, ayan, guys. And then, this is a very guaranteed question. Laging sa huli ng interview, tinatanong, do you have do you have questions for me? So, lagi yung tinatanong. Well, actually, commonly, nakakalimutan natin that type of question can be actually a potential deal maker or breaker when doing interviews. Kasi bakit? That is actually your final opportunity to really stand out to the hiring manager. So, you can actually, marami ka nang pwedeng itanong. You can try to list at least 10 na pwede mong itanong. Isa lang naman itatanong mo eh. Pero if you prepare, 10 ka ng 10. Tapos just try to ask one. Para maalala ka nung nag-interview sa'yo. Ito si ano, tinanong ako nito eh. He asked me, how can I be like you? How can I be like you that you stayed for 10 years in DXC? So, ayan, it will give us, kumbaga, tumatak ka sa isip ko. So, ayan. And lastly, guys, keep learning. Why do I say this? Again, I'll go back to what Kim mentioned earlier. Sabi niya, hindi dahil ito lang yung kailangan mong skills sa particular job. Meron mga ibang basic skills that you also need. So, kahit na ngayon pag-graduate ka pa lang or you're still a year or months before your graduation, try to acquire and learn the basic requirement skills for the job that you want. Google mo, ano bang commonly na ano bang common course ngayon? Everyone, iba-ibang course. So, I could see. So, ano yung mga particular skills na kailangan ng isang accountant? Ano yung mga tools na ginagamit ngayon ng accountant? Ang ganda na nga ng panahon ngayon because there's technology. You can actually research ano yung mga common tools. Alam ko ba to? Tinuro ba to sa school? Para kasi at least when the interviewer asks you, marirecall mo, na-research ko to. Kasi merong online class nito eh, nag-YouTube ko to eh. So, you can tell something about it. And also, ano mo yan eh, lifeline mo yan. Not only during the interview, but again, once you transition from being a student to the corporate world. So, napakandang bagay na you never stop learning. And again, guys, research talaga on what is required for that particular job. Kasi magiging edge mo din yon from the other candidates when doing job interviews. And lastly, ayan, I think I'm down to my last slide. Ayan. Guys, if you want to know more about DXC, you may connect with us with our social media, with our accounts. We have YouTube, Facebook, and we have also LinkedIn. So for fresh graduate, we do have the Grow program. So if you want to start your career with us here in DXC, you may bookmark the links that you see on the top right hand side, the top of your screen. Top right ba? Ayan. And of course, don't forget, so you may apply also to DXC positions at jobs180.com/careers@DXC. So, ayan. And also in our Facebook, lagi po yung updated. Baka nyo nga makita nyo yung pagmumukha ko as a fresh graduate. Makikita nyo yung pagmumukha ko in one of the pictures about the Grow program. So I'm inviting you guys to follow us on our social media accounts to learn more about the company and the opportunities that we have for fresh graduates. And you're very much welcome to join us. So ayan, I hope I've imparted some tips that you can use as you prepare, as you transition from campus to corporate. So, ayan. Thank you very much. That's actually the end of my presentation.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Angel. Thank you so much po. So, for SPC, the floor is now open for questions. Guys, last na to. Okay, so yung si Angel, last na nating speaker for today. So, lahat ng mga questions nyo in mind, now is the time to ask. Okay, so, or forward nyo kay Miss Ai, forward sa akin ni Miss Ai. Pero, syempre, sabi ko nga, comment section naman ay para directly makita namin, mabasa namin. Okay, so, habang nag-wait po tayo ng questions from the audience, Miss Angel, so ako na lang po muna mag-a-ask ng question para sa kanila. So, baka mahihiya pa yung mga graduating students natin. Alright, thank you. So, earlier, ma'am, you've mentioned po, it's really important to make a good first impression, especially sa interview. Yes po. So the question is, how can I make a good first impression at work or in interview without talking or starting the interview without having verbal communication po?
Well, actually, as mentioned kanina, without having verbal, nilista ko na, the first common that na lagi naming natitignan or napapansin is, of course, when you arrive early, the way you dress professionally during the interview, and the way you connect with the interviewer. Hindi lang yung tipong, alam mo yun, parang takot ka or something, nakakainin ka ng interviewer. So, if you are confident, if start pa lang, you say, hi, you wave, hi there, good morning, thank you for having me. So, ayan. And of course, it leaves also an impression for me towards the end, yung magte-thank you si candidate, na thank you for your time. It also leaves a mark for me. Ako particularly as a hiring manager.
Tsaka before the interview, being on time, isang
Yes.
malaking
It's
factor na
really
talaga.
a factor. Kasi parang basic expectation eh. So, pag ikaw maaga ka, itong taong to, maaga to sa trabaho.
Serious siya about the job, di ba po?
Totoo.
Yes. And yan ma'am, may question na tayo from SPC. So, ma'am, after the final interview, when is the right time to follow up an application?
Well, normally, when after the final interview, sinasabihan ka naman ng range, di ba? They tell you a timeline. The results will be after a week. So, pag after a week, wala pang then you can make a follow-up.
All right, thank you, ma'am. So,
you can actually, that will be a good answer. So, pag hindi nila sinabi yung timeline na kung kailan malalaman yung results, by the way, when will be the results out, or kung kailan lalabas nga yung interview results, para alam mo kung kailan magpa-follow up.
Meron pa rin kasing mga HR ma'am na, 'di ba, yung we'll call you, 'di ba? Babalitaan ka na lang namin hanggang yung
Guys,
aplikante umasa.
Huwag kayong
Umabot na ng isang taon, wala pa rin.
Huwag kayong madidishearten pag ganun ha. Kasi totoo talaga na sometimes marami lang talagang pinaprocess. Akala mo katapusan na. No, hindi ganun yon. Pag sinabi kong we will call you, hindi ganun yon. You can always follow up. Huwag kayong madidishearten ha.
At tinanong siya, pare, bakit hanggang ngayon wala ka pa rin trabaho? Yung last HR na nag-interview, tatawagan ako. Isang taon na yun para.
Well, to be honest, to share an experience, it took me 6 months before I land my first job in DXC. Actually, HP pa siya before. So, ganun katagal.
At least, ma'am, di ba po, nasa DXC ka na. Okay, another question, ma'am. What are the key factors that you will look for in an applicant before hiring them?
Well, as I've listed before, doon sa first part, ano yung common na sinesearch namin? Una, capable ba itong itong candidate na to? Nandun ba yung qualification? Of course, fresh graduate. Alam naman namin kung ano yung caliber ng fresh graduate. So, anything that's a plus, it's a plus. Second is, during the interview, yung character. So, as simple as, guys, can you describe to me how your typical day looks like? Or how do you prepare your day? So, yung mga ganong tanong, it says about your character. And lastly is chemistry, on how you answer. Kunyari, if I were to ask, what was your role in your thesis? So, yung teamwork, paano ba siya? Introvert ba to? Ano ba yung mga traits niya that could possibly be yung tatlong yon? Laging yung tatlong yon yung hinahanap. And nasa sa inyo lagi yon. Hindi lang nasa resume, kasi yung nasa resume nyo, binavalidate lang during the interviews. And if we have parang hindi clear sa amin, we ask it.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. So, another question is, why are interviewers asking questions not related to the job or position being offered?
Again, like kanina, it's the curveball questions, yung ba yung tinutukoy nyo or hindi related, because we want to know, of course guys, hindi lang naman yung pagiging yung skills yung natutunan nyo. For example, sa IT ka, hindi lang naman Java, kasi guys, pag nagtatrabaho kayo, hindi lang yun yung gagawin nyo. Of course, we want to assess if yung taong to pwede ba to i-build? Meron ba kaming may matutunan ba siya? Kasi yung mga basic like time management, hindi naman talaga yun lang yun eh. So that's why we have to ask. And your ability, how quick to think on your feet, ayun. we ask those as well. Kasi you will be you will be exposed. Pag nagtatrabaho na kayo, hindi lahat ito lang ini-expect mo sa trabaho. May mga mangyayari na ay something new, something na hindi natin inakala. Ganun din kami when we ask interview para mag-gauge namin, magaling tong batang to. Mabilis siyang maaalala mabilis mag-isip.
Correct. And it's how fast you can switch from one topic to another po, no? So, yun din yung isa sa mga tinitingnan na factor ng mga interviewers. Another question, ma'am. What factors should be considered in making a hiring decision? Thank you po.
Kunwari, you are being offered, nag-apply ka, tapos madaming tumatanggap sa'yo. So, what factors you need to consider? Well, actually, prerogative mo yun eh. So, ako noon, well, actually, personally, what I've thought is, will I grow in this company? Ganun talaga mag-isip. So, will I see myself staying in this particular company? Itong kumpanya ba na to may programa for my career growth? Ganun yung lagi kong iniisip. And then siguro second na yung factor if yung work location. Second na siguro yun. Pero yung growth in a company, that's what I look forward to really. And yung culture ng kumpanya.
All right, thank you, ma'am. So I think no more questions from the audience. So ma'am, your na lang po, vacancies po for open positions for the graduating students, or if you are also offering OJTs and internship po.
Well, we have a lot of openings. So if you could head to our to the link for the 180, there are a lot of positions. And also in our Facebook page, lagi po yon updated naman. You can look for the vacant position. Right now, actually, we don't have yet a program for internship, but well, can provide that feedback to our HR. That's something that they might want to consider in the future.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. Your advice and tips na lang po for the graduating students before we end the session.
Okay. Before we end the session, I want to thank everyone for their time and taking time to listen to me. And tips na lang, alam ko lagi nyo na itong naririnig, but never give up. Ako yung mindset ko dati, like I've mentioned, 6 months muna bago ako natanggap kay DXC. It took really some time for me to land a job nung fresh grad ako. Pag hindi kayo natanggap sa unang job nyo, ang i-mindset nyo, baka hindi para sa akin to. Para hindi kayo ma-disheartened kaagad. Baka pa rin ko, baka there's something na that's a job that's waiting for me. Hindi lang din ganun You have also to look back, what might have gone wrong? Ano yung mali ko sa interview? Ano yung mali ko sa resume ko? That you can, tweak para next time, may something new. And nakalimutan ko palang i-share something that hiring managers, ako top 3 na kung bakit minsan yung fresh graduate, madalas na to turn down or na-fail sa interview. It's not really that we don't have openings. We have openings for fresh graduate. Head back to our Facebook page. One is poor communication skills. Guys, I'm not after kung gaano yung accent nyo, gaano kayo kagaling mag-English. It's not only that. When we say communication skills, it's how you express yourself. Naiintindihan mo ba yung question, yung interview question, and how you respond. Second kasi, minsan during interviews, yung mga simpleng tanong that displays parang yung character ng tao na to, hindi to susunod or hindi to a poor character. Also, yan, madalas turn off. And lastly, asking for unrealistic salaries. So guys, research kayo on how much is the range ng position na ina-applyan nyo. So that you'll get to know kung ano yung magiging asking nyo. Kasi sometimes it's really a turn off. You're asking for an entry level and you're asking for a 50,000 salary. It's a no ng ganong bagay. So yun, some tips to consider.
Tama po, tama. Thank you so much, Miss Angel. Thank you so much po for joining us today. So again, ma'am, we wish to have you on our next set of webinars. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and expertise po for today's webinar. Thank you so much, Miss Angel. Ingat po. You may now proceed
Thank you,
back to stage.
everyone. Stay safe. Thank you, San Pablo College and Jobs 180 for having us.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. So again, guys, if you're interested to apply at DXC, you may visit jobs180.com/careers at DXC. Again, it's jobs180.com/careers at DXC. Or you may visit your own career portal, guys. It's jobs180.com, schools-of-jobs180.com/SPC. Okay. So again, schools-of-jobs180.com/SPC. Okay. So there you have it, guys. We are done with the talk proper and successfully tackled all the topics assigned for our guest speaker for today. Okay, and please do not forget to evaluate this event. Okay, the link is flashed on your screen and is also available at the comment section. Again, guys, you have two attendance for today's webinar. First, the registration link na nanggaling po kay jobs180.com. And this evaluation link na nanggaling po mismo sa inyong school, okay, galing kay Miss Irene Mendoza. So kailangan dalawa, guys, ha, dalawa. Mamaya hindi kayo nag-register sa link ng Jobs 180, pero okay lang din if you evaluate, mas important yung evaluation link. Okay, so we would like to thank each one of you guys for staying throughout the event. We hope that the webinar helps you be prepared in the world of work. So again nga, sabi ng mga speaker natin kanina, it's okay to fail. Just stand up and try again. Okay, laban lang ng laban. And of course, we would like to thank SPC, especially Miss Irene Mendoza, for collaborating with Jobs 180. Thank you so much, Miss Irene. We would like to thank also our sponsors for today. And again, Jobs 180 is looking for OJTs, guys. Okay, so intern. So if you're interested, please submit your resume link at jobs180.com/jobs180. And we are also hiring for a customer support officer and IT officer for web development. Okay, again, if you're interested, please submit your resume link at jobs180.com/jobs180, or you may email us at info@jobs180.com. Please watch out for the next set of webinars we are going to host for. Please check our Facebook page for the topics that will be discussed, and you are welcome, guys, to join in on those sessions too. All right, so program has finally concluded. This is your host, Joyce Katakutan. We will see you soon and have a great afternoon. Ingat po.
At Greenfield, land is our legacy. Our founders have nurtured these prized possessions for years. As stewards of these crown jewels, we develop these lands into communities that will remain relevant throughout the years. Simultaneously working with nature while employing the latest in technology. We provide spaces for leisure and opportunities for a thriving lifestyle. Venues where relationships grow and are nurtured. We build residential towers that are part of well thought out and planned communities. build modern suburban cities with vast spaces for nature and an opportunity to live a fully connected and balanced lifestyle. We provide living spaces that flourish with life and heritage. From urban, connected yet nature-centric districts to suburban cities flourishing with greenery, our developments will remain relevant throughout the years. Let this be the legacy you bequeath to your children and your children's children. Let our land be your legacy.